hello, and welcome to the first Inspo and chill. Wow. I say first, but I've actually tried to live stream this two times already, and I've had to delete them, end the stream, delete the live stream because I didn't even share my screen whilst I was talking. So third time lucky, let's go. Yeah, inspo and chill. Maybe you are doing some work and you've got us on in the background. In which case, let's add some music. Let's add some music as well. We need some vibes in here as well. Okay, here we go. So yeah, maybe you are doing some work and you've got me on in the background. Maybe you are traveling to or from work. Maybe you are not even watching this because as I speak, there are zero viewers and there will be zero people that watch the replay. But it doesn't matter because I'm doing this for myself. I've set myself a goal that I need to regularly get more inspiration. I mean, I do a pretty good job already, but it doesn't hurt to keep fueling your brain with more inspiration, more ideas. So that's what I'm doing. So if you haven't heard of Mobbin, I'm going to sound like I'm sponsored by them. Although there is a link in the description, which, I probably will get some referral monies if you decide to sign up and try it. But if you haven't got a subscription, you really need to, because this product is incredible. It just gives you all the screenshots and apps, all the screenshots and flows of many, many apps, hundreds, maybe even thousands. I have no idea, but a lot. So yeah, we'll be using many different tools to get inspo from throughout this series if this series makes it past today. But today we'll start with Mobbin because they do have a great newsletter. I'm just going to turn down this music a bit because who knows if my future self watching this can hear. But yeah, they do have a great newsletter as you can see on screen. And let's actually just make it a bit bigger. You don't want to see me anymore. There we go. They have a good newsletter, and here they every week they'll give you a few of their tools that they have. Maybe the tool is new, maybe the tool's had some new updates, whatever it is, they'll feature a few different products in a given week. And I thought a nice easy way is just to go through that. I've never actually looked at these emails, and I question whether other people do as well. So I thought maybe I could help out by creating a visual replay of some of these tools that they feature. So let's get into it. The first one is Zoom, which I have to be honest, I'm surprised because I question how much value you'll get from looking at Zoom. No offense, but it is what it is. Height, this is an autonomous project management tool. And I mean, there are a lot of project management tools on there, but they are good for showing complex patterns, getting a lot of information on the screen. So maybe we'll find something in there. Retool, which I have actually come across before, which is a way to a low code platform, sorry, that allows you to build other tools, other platforms. Although when it says low code, I guess low code is not no code because I still find it quite like you have to have some good knowledge to use that. But anyway, last one is Midjourney. Imagery, AI. And AI is quite popular now, isn't it? But yeah, so these are the four we've got for this week. Let's jump in. So here is Zoom on Mobbin. For those of you that don't know about Mobbin, let's see, you need to sign up. But what Mobbin does that is great is there's obviously hundreds and hundreds of screens, right, for each application. As you can see, actually here, 1,000. Over 1,000 screens for Zoom. That's crazy. But they have this section at the top where you can see the label on the top right, highlight. So I assume it's just highlighting the key screens throughout the platform, which is a good way to get a quick overview. So we're mainly going to focus on these highlight screens because I haven't got all day to go through this, and we're just putting this here so that we can make mental notes in the future. So okay, let's go back to this Zoom app because it had this insert good thing here. I'm dubious Zoom's going to have that, but maybe. So yeah, what do we have for Zoom? We've got a home screen, navigation, not really loving it, cards. All right, let's do a full screen feature, shall we? Can you go even bigger on here? Because it's still not quite full screen, is it? I have to zoom in manually. Okay, I'll zoom manually. Not ideal, but can we fix this, Robin? Can we like get like a more full screen version? Anyway, so yeah, you've got the home screen navigation. Got some cards here. The white on white background making me do shadows. I don't love it. Yeah. Not much yet. Okay, next. Um, scheduling. Again, what's sticking out to me, which I don't love, is that the border um, color is so dark that it just stands out too much. Again, I'm being bad here because I feel like I'm. You know what? Part inspo and chill has to be taking inspiration of things that you shouldn't do. And again, all views are my own, personally speaking, in my humble, honest opinion. But yeah, I think for me, I wouldn't want to be using this input style. So I've noted that if I want to have an example of what input styles I won't use, I can come to Zoom. Um, here is the main screen for Zoom, and Sam is all by himself, all by himself, all by himself. I can't even English, but I was gonna say all alone, just like me. uh, hello all. That's kind of sad. So I just check the comments right now in case anyone said anything. No, no one's here. Just like Sam. But yeah, not much can be taken from here, I guess. I do like how it's clean. You got the right hand side, and it's just the contrast, I guess, but very standard stuff. Let's keep going. Home screen. Interesting up here with the tabs. Haven't seen this tabs. It reminds me of the physical the tab binders that I don't know if anyone am I old now because I'm thinking about when I was in school when you have the tab binders, and is it tab binder? I don't even know. Anyway, but it reminds me of that, the star here with the white that goes into the grey. This is quite cool. I say cool, I mean it could be used somewhere, somehow. Uh whiteboard on Zoom. I've never used the whiteboard on Zoom, but minimalist styles looks good. Fair enough. I assume you can follow and work stuff like you do on FigJam, Miro, etc. Wow. Ooh, whiteboards, goodness. The whiteboard's actually serious in Zoom. Okay. Notes. Oh, this is quite nice. Again, very minimalistic, but very nice. It's simple, note, clutter free. I can focus. And I assume this is collaborative. I assume more people are here. Yeah, this is not too bad. I can use this as some inspiration if I was doing something very minimal. Um, team chat. Okay, yeah, chat, I guess. Design surveys. You can do surveys in Zoom. Is this live when you're on a call? But anyway, yeah, looks okay. I don't love this. This should be in its own section. But anyway, we're not here to critique. We're here to get inspiration. This is the results of a survey. That's cool. This is the not bad section up here. You got title, subtitle, a tag, some boxes. Could be good for layout. Not bad for a graph, I guess, when you got lots of things to show. Don't know if I like it. I don't know if I love it, but yeah. Recorded in transcripts. Yeah, interesting. I would have expected this row to be a lot shorter. It's quite tall here. So could be a good example of how to pad out your content, because I'm sure you could get this into a much thinner line here. But yeah. See, I've zoomed too far to the left. Oh, you can wait. If I just spin a mug, you can press this and oh no, but it zooms all the way. I don't want to zoom all the way in. Yeah, okay. Anyway, this is a good example of how to pad extra content out. I think this could be smaller. Scheduler, calendar, not much I love here. Okay, now I'm going to onboarding because this is the end of the highlights. Cool, okay. Well, yeah, as expected, not a whole heap that I can get from Zoom. So let's just move on. We struck out, but let's hope the next one will be good. Height. This one is good. See, because in my first and second goes of live streaming, I did actually get here before I realized I wasn't sharing anything. And let me show you this. The marketing page is chef's kiss, as they say. Look at this. And actually, what I want to do, what is it? Height. Where is it? Oh, height.app. Okay. Just open the tab here, height.app. Because sometimes the mobbing example could be out of date from the real site or the real product because it's made product teams are product teaming, they're actually doing stuff. But in this case, the website's still the same. And this is great. I love this concept. I haven't seen this before where you have some kind of title in the middle and then the product in the background, but obviously it's behind a screen, but it's moving, it's interactive. Very cool. And my thoughts were you could not only use this for a marketing page because I'm not really focusing on marketing pages here. I want to get inspiration for actual web apps and apps. But you could use this for like an intro, an onboarding, or a new feature welcome screen. So like they click into a feature and then you might have some explanation. This is a different alternative to that where you could have something in the middle here, but you could also then have the actual feature in the background and things happening, which could be very cool. So it could be a very fun onboarding or a very fun, feature welcome message, which I think could be great. So yeah, love that. And I mean, again, I don't want to go too much into the marketing, but there's a lot here that's cool. On this thing, look at this micro interaction here. If you're not looking at the screen, look at the screen right now. I'm going to refresh and look at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to scroll. Look. Oh, look at that. It's a great micro interaction. But yeah, the rest of it here, look, that's a very cool interaction here. And it's showing you the various things that you can do. I like it. We like it. But yes, let's get back to the actual product. I have high hopes given the marketing website looks that good. So yeah, not only Mobbin does screens, but also gives you marketing pages. So it's good for inspiration as well on that side. So if we look at some of the highlights here, okay, we have to remember it is still a project management tool. So we've gone from a very exciting marketing page to now a very boring. I'm not saying that it's not nice, but it's simple, isn't it? They've gone for a white theme, so you've got white with slight shades of grey. I guess yeah, very simple here. There's a pop-up modal. You can go full screen as well. What else do we have? Got some panels. I'm not going to go into detail here, but it does remind me that okay, height has panels because I'm often designing panels and you need to know should they be like full, like not full screen, but should they come out to here or should they come out to half screen or short or even narrow, sorry. In this example, you can see they're just slightly over half the width of the screen. But yeah, the width of the panel is always really interesting and how they do the borderline and the shadow. So yeah, I might come back to this at some point to get inspiration on panels. And they've got tables using their shades of grey again here at the top to have like a section. And they're not using that many lines, it looks like. I've got a few lines in here. But this actually is feeling quite washed out now. It's like you've got white space and then you've got I was going to say something, but I'm not going to say that. You've got white space and then you've got too much white space. I think here is not enough. I think there needs to be a bit more structure, a bit more contrast on this page. But anyway, again, we're not critiquing. Stop critiquing. Anything cool from here? I like the gradient on the side panel here. It's only very subtle, but gives it some life, compared to this bit. Oh yeah, not a fan of a modal and then a kind of overlay that also has a shadow in there. I guess this comes up and down. And some inspiration for like minimizing things, having a downwards arrow. Yeah. Autonomous features. I like the way they've done this. This is in this grid format. That's quite cool. because typically you might have this in a list, but you've got here what? How many? Seven. So that might go beyond this. But anyway, this grid format I think just gives it a little bit more life. But you've got the icon for each. Only thing maybe is like it's not super obvious which ones are on and off. Like I didn't quite notice that these were on and this was off. So you might want to have a bit more differentiation. But I like having a grid for a simple list. It's quite cool. A good way to jazz it up. Um yeah, pop up, standard. Sat. Really not digging this. Ew. Login. Cool. We've gone past the highlight section now. Yeah, we have. We've gone to login here. I might have a quick look through their stuff because again, their marketing page was very promising. This is nice, some color. Is there anything else worth looking at? Have a quick skim through. They've got 317 screens, which is just a lot fewer than Zoom at 1,000. I can't believe Zoom has 1,000 screens. How would you need 1,000 screens for Zoom? Baffled. Baffled. Yeah, I mean, these guys are experts at like modal upon modal, like layers on layers on layers. They just keep going. Um, which, if I'm honest, I've always tried to stay away from. I don't like layers on layers on layers. I don't know if these guys do it well. Too quick for me to judge, but I guess if you ever had to do layers on layers, this is a good place to come Height at because they have a lot of different layers. So if you get stuck there, remember height. To play for 4-4, quite nice. Okay, even 317 or was it? Yeah, 317 screens is a lot to get through. I'm not sure how can anyone. How did the person that actually captured the Zoom screens 1,000 of them? Maybe they split it between people. That's a lot. Okay, yeah, we're gonna call it there and move on to the next one. We haven't got all day for this. Retool. So yeah, this retool, what is it again? The best way to develop effective software. So yeah, basically a way to build software. It's quite a technical app in my opinion from the little that I have used it. But I guess you're trying to build complex stuff. So let's see some of the highlights here. So here you have a top navigation, which is interesting. Does that continue through when you go into a project, or this is just like the home page? If I go next, no, that goes away. They still have a top bar. Yeah, they got top bar here, different sections you go into. Interesting if you ever need to do a top bar. What do we have here? A table. Getting started. Interesting, they've got a getting started section on the top right and some quick buttons here. And what's new. It's kind of like a mini action bar. I like having a what's new here on the right, especially when you don't. Sorry, let's zoom out to the right level here. This list of apps, I guess, that you're building here doesn't have enough information to span the full screen. So I like that they're using the list part with they're using the space with useful information. So one is like quick actions to get started, another one is actually what's new. I really like this. This is good. If you're not looking at the screen, pay attention right now. This is a great thing. Because often when you come to like a landing page or home page or dashboard, whatever, you might not have enough to fill up all the space here. But even if you do, this is a good thing to have anyway. Like I've never actually thought about having a very easy way of putting in what's new. Like why not have that here? Sometimes you have it in like a bottom right chat thing or a widget that comes out, but why not just have it right here? This is good. Cool. I like it. Okay, now we're into the actual editor itself. We can see it's complex. Like it's looking like there's a lot happening here. It's kind of like your standard layout we've got in tools these days, right? Where we have like left-hand side for like the main panel and what things are you actually going to use, and the right-hand side for more details. When you click on a particular panel, you've got some more stuff to look at. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Not much going to say here. Form fields, generating a form. Um, yeah, this is good. I guess it's also a contrast to what do we look at, like Zoom, and they had a design survey thing. Um, this here again, it's a little bit like a whiteout here. I'd like a bit more contrast here. There's a lot for my eye to look at. Not much guiding me, but I guess it's fine. From a UX point of view, it's always good to have popper at the top, isn't it? So this is a good thing that you don't always remember. You know, if you've got long lists, try and help the user out. So there's a good reminder for popular up here. And they've got a retool hosted, which sounds like they're plugging their own stuff there. Which reminds me, if you haven't got Mobbin, you really need to check it out. Link is in the description here. You can try it for free, and it has the latest 4 apps. But if you decide to buy, and that money comes to me as well, then it will help you out. Trust me, really do it seriously. Like I don't know, understand what you're doing if you're not using this. Okay, yeah, it's just like more technical stuff. I don't even want to go into it. So any inspiration? I guess there's a lot on the page, and you've got lots of lines to divide it and make sense of it. Here they've used a grey background to try and again give some contrast between other things. So again, yeah, maybe if you've got a lot of stuff, you can think of dividing it in that way. They've used the grey again down here. Okay, I'm just gonna jump out. So yeah, we're still in the highlight section because I'm getting kind of bored. Yeah, we are. This one and one more to go. Okay. Um, yeah, interesting top section. I don't love the grey background there. And what is this? Use folders to organize your workflows. Oh, it's meant to be like an empty state. Okay. I would have wanted a folder icon here, but again, it's not a critique. But I have to just say as well, this shadow behind this button. Oh no, it's not a critique. Let's move on. Um, I mean, this is what Retool is great at. Like, loving the dotted background style in the background, and then having the connectors here. This is good stuff. Like again, if you're ever doing workflow stuff, this kind of style for workflows is quite cool. So yeah, this is probably a reminder to myself. Mental note: workflow. Can you add in a cool dotted background? Can you add connectors and have the white cards? This is all very good. Um, this is quite cool as well on the bottom, just kind of again helping you get started, giving some sample things to click as well. So you don't just have to type it yourself. You can click. That's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. Let's leave it there. We're not doing onboarding. Maybe one day we'll do a focus onboarding, but not today. So yeah, main takeaway I think is from that is, well, was it this one here? Yeah. When you've got a welcome screen or your list of things, and you just need to take up the whole space, use the other side for cool stuff. Here, getting started, what's new? I like that. Let's move on to the last one, Mid-Journey. And I was excited for this one because I have not used this enough. I'm not sure if I've used it at all or enough. I can't remember, but anyway, let's get into it. So if you don't know, essentially a way to kind of create images, prompting, all that good stuff. And I have to say, I did not expect it to be this visually nice so far. Let's see. It's gone for like a Pinterest vibe. Yeah, I guess not much to say there. Like it's probably obviously going to be that. But I like their style here. They've got like a subtle shadow behind these. This is very cool. Again, minimalist vibes, and like their active style as well. Like it's a very subtle shade and um, subtle shadows. So this is pretty cool. Big fan of this. And they've got the icons and their menu. And this is a interesting way to do a sub menu. I say interesting just 'cause I don't want to say it's a good way. I mean, there's many different ways to do it. But yeah, they've got a sub menu here, so we have any sub menu inspiration. This is a little bit weak where they've got the active one in the dark and the inactive in the light, but it is with their minimalistic vibes. And it's probably a reminder that whenever you're working with lots of imagery, you do want the UI to fall into the background because the imagery should do the talking. But yeah, not too bad. So how do we get to this? Oh, this settings icon here. Right. This does a lot. It opens. Oh, wait. Oh, no, this is you typing in. Okay, okay. They've jumped a lot here in the mobbing screenshot. So they've typed something in to start prompting, and they've also clicked the settings menu. Yeah, I mean, what do I like here? You know what I do like? I like how they're visually explaining about the image side. This is cool. This is very cool. The visual explainer is cool. I like this is in the grids. I'm laughing because I already like the previous menu that had a grid. Where was it? Can we find it quickly again? Was it in this one? Oh, yeah, it was in this one, but again, there's so many screens. Oh, here we go. That wasn't bad. It's quick. See? Memory. Yeah, I like this menu and it had the grid. And then here in this one, Midjourney, you've got the grid again. I'm liking the grid. And very interesting that to make this grid work, they even were fine with having more options and just one entry here of speed down here. So they really got in. They're like, we need to make this grid work regardless. But it's cool. I like it. It's different. It's very visual. It's playful. Probably something you definitely want with an app that is all about creating imagery. Yeah, like this here. So yeah, very cool. What do we have here? Well, image page. Got some more settings for the actual image when it's generated. Yeah, I mean, I have to say, a big takeaway for this is how to do minimal design. This is actually what minimalism looks like. Like you're using very little color. Like here, this is an active state because you've got a strong on. It's not that active. Normally you associate active with like a color, but it's very minimal, which is cool if you're going for that vibe. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back to Midjourney if I want minimal because they are it. List. Yeah, everything's super simple. This is very nice. What I like about why am I saying it's nice? Let's break this down. Well, yes, I mean this imagery overlapping and the randomness is cool, but that's more an illustration. But you could use this for some imagery. If you have lots of imagery, rather than just having it side by side, you could have it overlapping. It's fairly common to have it overlapping, but then having the askew angles and them being different is quite cool. Um, but this here also reminds me of like when I was talking about of like you're opening a new feature. This is personalized. They haven't turned this personalized feature on. If I go back to, or actually I can just open it up, right? The height app. Yeah, here, like you could have like personalized feature here and then show some stuff in the background. Just an alternative. But this is quite good as well, is in having the image up here. This is a lot of text here though. I I mean, I say I'd get bored reading it. I just want to scroll down and see what else there is. Um, I like as a concept unlocking things as well, which is quite cool. So more like a product thinking UX thing is yeah, if you can give people ways to unlock and you make them unlock it, it's not that it has to be limited, right? I'm just forming this opinion in my head. It doesn't need to be like, oh, okay, you actually have to work to get to this next level. No, it can be you expect them to get there very easily. Like you give it away for free. It's not a pro thing, but you just make them work for it so they feel that reward. I'm just explaining gamification. But yeah, I think it really works, which obviously is why gamification's a thing. But a good reminder of how to use that. I like it. Um, Okay, here we've got a table in Midjourney, and I'm impressed because they have really done well at this minimalistic vibes. Like if we compare it to Zoom, and there are 1,047 screens, like you could also say Zoom's a bit minimalistic. Like they do have this blue kind of floating throughout, but take away that blue, they haven't got too many colors, and it's kind of like very black and white with the gray and everything else. But look how it's just super strong contrast here, and it's not nice. Whereas you go to here, let's say this one, like this the gray alternating rows, it's really good. Really good. And the title just slap bang in the middle, subtitle here in the middle. No divided lines. This is a really good execution of minimalist design. So yeah, I think this is what I come back to. Again, they're really leveraging the imagery to help frame things. So that is something to bear in mind. But yeah, here again, you've got no, divider lines that kind of help show where the rows are, but the imagery does do that for you. And the chat again, no divided line between the chat and the main pane, but I assume that line there will help you go back and forth, or sorry, change the width of each of these, and then reuse the input styles on the bottom. Yeah, cool stuff. Wow. Big question: you can create surveys on here, or this is I'm confused. But I like this progress bar on the bottom right. That's nice and friendly. Cool, cool. And this survey thing, what's this? Is this showing the results of the survey? If this is showing the results of the survey, this is cool. I like this. Look at that. Like where it's showing, yeah, like 38% here and 2% there. This is very cool. If you're not looking, look now. This is a cool way to show results of the survey, which is what I'm assuming it is. And we're back to onboarding. Great. Well, we'll leave it there. Because again, onboarding probably could be a thing by itself. But yeah, I'm impressed by Midjourney. Some good stuff there. There's quite a few takeaways. What do we have? We had overall, if you want to do minimalist vibes, check out Midjourney. I like the grid again. And yeah, just more good minimalist vibes. I think. Oh no, the server results here, impressive. Cool. All right. Well, those are the four we have for this week. That's been just over half an hour, which I think is a decent amount of chill. I think we think. If you have enjoyed this, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know you enjoyed it. Let me know what else you think I should do, what I shouldn't do, what I should do more of. Yeah, keen to hear. But again, I'm just doing this for myself. I'll see you in the next one. Awkward end.